how do you as an adult regulate yourself? Because I think this is so important. Like for me,
so this will be one,
yeah,
for a conscious teacher,
for a conscious teacher,
know how to regulate yourself.
And then be able to teach them how to regulate themselves. We had a boy a couple of years ago. He was 3, nearly 4, and he would just, if he didn't get his own way, or if you said put your wellies on or put your shoes on, be like, ah! And he'd do this high-pitched scream. That was that was just like, and I would look at her. She was the other teacher, and she'd say, "I've got this," because she was much more regulated than me then. I didn't realize that until I taught with her. Whereas me, I'm old school. I'd be like, "Wait, come on, get those shoes on. Sit down, get your shoes on." She was very much like, let's just leave him to regulate. And so he would be there screaming, and I'd be thinking, what? Like, and she'd be like, she'd just look at me like, and then after a while, he'd look to her, and she would go and she'd put a hand on his back and a hand on his diaphragm here. And she'd say, let's breathe into that now. And honestly, I was so inspired by that, because I learned as a conscious educator, there's a different way to deal with this. You don't have to say, sit down, get your shoes on. You can just say, right, let's breathe into this. And in the end, over about 3 months, he learned to do that himself without her. And you would see him. It was kind of funny, really, but to see him sat with his hand, just breathing in. That's what a conscious educator does, looks for new ways.
Yeah, I think that children need to know that they are safe, that they can explore various feelings, and the adult that is next to them will contain that. Yeah, the adult won't respond immediately, be anger or be full of fear. So the child still needs to feel that he is supported, he is contained, actually. And not to feed that feeling, but actually just to allow it.